help from my friends.
A little help from my friend. How are you, mate?
How are you?
Good, mate, good.
I can see you're very happy.
No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Lean on me. Hey, boys. Hey! Say good day.
Hey, how you going?
Tariq.
Yeah, mate.
Guys, I just wanted to mention somebody who didn't know who Martin Saturday's name to be. He's trying to start a movement to try and reconcile those who've been injured by the vaccine. He wants to say a few words before we head off, so I'll just pass you over to Steve.
Congratulations on the wedding. You look awesome. Well done. All the best. See you, boys. How's everybody doing? My name's Steve, and I'm here to talk about the TV. Hello, brother. Does anyone here believe the TV still? Are we still on board with the TV, what it's putting out? Because it's my pretty solid conviction that the TV's lying to us. And I'm here today to reach out to anyone who's been lied to by the TV, or maybe feels like they haven't been lied to. Maybe you feel like the TV's telling the truth. I'm here today to say sorry for any of my behaviour towards people who trusted the TV, trusted the news, trusted the media, trusted the corporations, or trusted the government. It's my conviction that the media is owned by the government and they weaponise the media against you. And I'm here to apologise for my side of it. You know, in a lot of ways I was weaponised against you. I had a lot of hate towards people who supported the government on this, on the lockdowns, on the mask rules, on any restrictions, on the medical interventions. I had a lot of hate in my heart, and I don't really have that as much anymore. Occasionally I make mistakes and I get angry, and I'm sorry about that, and I ask you for your forgiveness for that. But I truly want to speak to people and offer my love and my trust and my respect. I believe that's the best way forward for humanity, for us as people. So if anyone wants to have a chat about the news and about the last few years and what we've all been through together, then I'd love to talk to you. And again, I offer my apologies as a freedom fighter, as someone who didn't trust the agenda and the narrative and the media. I offer my love and my apologies and ask for your forgiveness for treating you as if you were different to me. Thank you.
No, I won't be afraid.
Are we doing karaoke too? Yeah. Stand by me. How are you going? Stand by us. Stand by us and we're going to be fine. Let's all stand together and say, I don't trust the news. You're saying things that aren't true. And that's all we have to start by saying. I know this lady. G'day. Hello. Hi. G'day. Funny the people you bump into, isn't it? I don't think she's the kind to not get recognised. How's everybody going? Is everybody having a good day today? You having a good day, kids? Yeah? Awesome. Awesome. Alright, where are we going, team?
Yes,
Go down? Yeah.
yes, long as you stand by.
Does anyone here feel bad? Feel a little bit sad or bad or like they've been lied to by the TV? Does anyone feel that way? Is anyone a bit sad about being lied to by the TV and now they realise the TV was lying, but they still feel a bit bad about it? Because that's fine. That is fine. It's fine to be tricked. You don't blame the person who got tricked, you blame the person who tricked them. There is no shame or guilt on your behalf for trusting the establishment that has been created around us to keep us penned in. There's no shame in that. If you're awake now, if you realise now that the TV isn't telling the truth, then I love you. If you still believe the news and still believe the TV, I love you. And I apologise for treating you as if you were different or not as smart as I was for believing the TV. Because TV's pretty good. When you control what you're watching, I like TV. I don't think there's anything wrong with the format. Unfortunately, the wrong people have got in charge of what's being pumped out of it. So if anybody feels bad or sad or, a little bit unsure about what they took from the government and the media, come on and give me a big hug. Let's hug it out, because that's what they don't want. They don't want us to come together, and that's what we need to do. Peace, love, unity, hugs, respect, truth, and let's move humanity forward, because this might be one of the most important times in human history. This might be one of the biggest battles that we have might be going on right now, and we need all hands on deck. So if anyone here is feeling bad about listening to the TV, trusting the TV, let's have a chat. Because I don't trust the TV. I think the TV has been lying to us. I think the media has been lying to us. I think the news has been lied to us. Has been lying to us. How's it going? G'day. So come and say g'day if you feel like the TV hasn't told you the truth. We'll get one person, we have to. That's all it takes. Does everyone here trust the TV?
No!
This guy in front of me in the grey jumper. Do you trust the TV, brother?
Me? Not
Yeah,
at all.
not at all.
Not at all.
My man, high five. What's your name?
Jason.
Jason. Good on you, man. Good on you.
I don't watch TV at all.
You don't watch TV at all. Well done. How long have you been doing that for? Years. Well done, man. You're ahead of me. Yeah, so are you a Melbourne boy?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Well done, man. So what do you think, you didn't watch TV, you didn't trust the TV.
Maybe, but I don't.
Did you, without getting too personal, and stop me if you don't want to talk anymore about it, but what did you think about the COVID narratives that came out?
What a bullshit.
Oh yeah! My man, Jason, was it? Oh, you legend. Well done. Alright. They walk among us, people. You don't need to be carrying flags. You don't need to be yelling into megaphones. All you need to do is know the TV is lying to you. Jason, man, what a legend. Anything you want to say to people?
Nothing that comes to mind right now.
No? Alright, good on you, brother. Great to meet you, man. Steve, Jason, all the best, man. Well done. Yeah, baby. The one person I spoke to is away. What are the chances of that? Hey? I think it's pretty high. I think most people...
No, I think a lot of people waking up.
Say that again?
A lot of people waking up.
Yeah, and a lot of people have always been away. You know, you don't, like I said, you don't need to be on a megaphone screaming to resist. Click the off button and you're resisting. You're an active part of the solution. Does anyone here trust the media? Does anyone here trust the news? If you trust the media or the news, I would love to talk to you. Does anyone here think the TV is telling the truth? Does anyone here think that the mainstream media is telling the truth to them? How's everybody going anyway? Is everybody having a good day? Yeah! Yeah, baby, good boys. Yes. Give me a high five, mate. What's your name? Whoa. Oh, good man, Bob. Have a good one, brother. So everyone's having a good day? Everyone's enjoying the beautiful Melbourne weather? Yeah, excellent. I hope you packed your singlet, because in 10 minutes it's probably going to be 40 degrees. But my name's Steve and I'm here to say sorry. If you trust the media, I'm here to say sorry to you for anything that I have said over the last 3 years that might have come across as insensitive or aggressive, so apologies for that. You're my fellow humans, you're my sisters, you're my brothers. Are we going to stop here? Maybe just down a little bit. That's where the buskers are. I don't know if they want me yelling over the top of their music, but too bad. They walking with a PA. How's everybody going? Is everyone having a good day? You having a good day, brother? Good, man. Keep it going, boys. Keep that vibe up. Well done, well done. All right. See, this is what's happening. There's more that makes us together than separates us. We are human beings. We are flawed creations. We are people. We are possibly monkeys. Just fresh out of the trees. I'm a bit of a monkey. Show me your monkey. There you go, bro. Yes. I'm glad he kept it baseline. The flowers are pretty nice. How's everybody doing? Is everyone having a good day? You, sir, are you having a good day? You got your coffee, you're good. You are good. I'll be there soon. How about you, brother? You having a good day? Yeah, give me a high five. Give me a high five. Yeah, buddy. So my name is Steve Booth, and I'm here today to have a little chat about the TV and the last few years. I know everyone's sick of talking about the last few years, we'd all rather move on. But I'm here to talk about the TV and maybe the fact that the TV isn't telling us the truth about what's going on in our existence, the truth what happened in our history. Does anyone here trust the TV? Can I hear someone say, I trust the TV?
Nope.
Can anyone stand up and put their hand up and say, I trust the TV? Can anyone do it? Brother, how are you, man? How you doing? Do you trust the TV? Do you trust the TV? Does anybody here trust the TV? Because I've been led to believe that everyone trusts the TV. I used to trust the TV. Donald Trump came out and said fake news. I'm like, what's this guy talking about? This guy's crazy. Fake news? There's no such thing, there's just the news. Does anybody think there's fake news being pumped out to us? Ladies, lady with the bin. Ladies with the bin. Do you trust the TV? Do you trust the news? Do you trust the media? Boys, do you trust the TV? Yeah. You trust the TV? Can we talk? No? Okay. Alright, well, please don't. Please have a think about how better your life must be if you turn that little thing off. Oh, hey, brother. I think you had a bit of TV stuck on the bottom of your shoe there. Does anybody here in Melbourne, does anybody here, can anybody stand up and say, I trust the TV? Will anyone do it for me? Because I would love to have a chat to you. Do you trust the TV? Hey, boys, North Face. Oh, hey, brother. Do you trust the TV? Somewhat. Can we have a chat? Have you got 5 seconds? Okay, all good. Desperate Housewives might be on. Alright, no Steve, no. See? I'm not perfect. I'm trying. For the last few years I've carried a lot of anger And I am apologising right now for that anger that I have had. For anyone who trusted TV, for anyone who believed what the media was telling them, I apologise from the bottom of my heart. I am sorry for the division that I helped create between people who went with what the TV was saying and people who didn't. So I apologise and I ask for your forgiveness as a fellow human for the mistakes that I've made handling the last few years. So, how are you, sir? How you doing? Do you trust the TV? We're gonna find someone. Those fellas, they were stirring me up. There's no way they did. You're not that young trusting corporations. I'm a boomer. So, I trusted him for a long time because we watch the news every night. Does anybody here watch the news? Maybe I'll start with that. Does anybody here watch the news? How are you, sir? Do you watch the news? No? That's good. How about you, sir? Do you watch the news? Sir, do you watch the news? Does anybody here watch the news and thinks that they're telling us the truth? How about you, sir? Do you watch the news? Do you trust the news? Is that the monkey? That's not the monkey, no. No, the guy just acted like a monkey just there.
I know about what monkey bird.
Yeah. Good, mate, good. How are you? I'm Khalid. Nice to meet you, brother. I'm Steve. Yeah, you too. Do you watch the TV? Yeah, I definitely watch TV. Do you trust the TV? No, I don't. Yeah, there we go.
Fuck the Matrix, that's it. I don't want to. I'm embarrassed.
Andrew Tate might see it. No, come on.
I don't want to put myself in
You're there right now. Let's go.
Fuck the Matrix, that's it.
Yeah, baby. And that's what it is. The Matrix was not a movie, it was a documentary. 1984 was not a work of fiction, it was a work of fact. We are in a version of the 1984 Matrix now that I'm here to do my best as a fellow human to shake up as many people as I can and pull out the cable that's in your neck, pull out that cable, get out of the pod and come and breathe the fresh air of truth and love. Because the media want us hating each other. The media's want us divided. Because they sell more papers if we're angry. They don't fill the newspapers with love, do they? Because that wouldn't sell. Does anybody, young ladies, how you doing? You don't trust the news? Come on. Let's go. What's your name? Anya. What's your name? Zelda. That's one of my favourite games. What's the Breath of the Wild? Yeah. So you don't trust the media?
It's all fake.
Oh yeah, here we go. So how old are you?
13.
Wow, you guys are so much more switched on than I was at 13. Well, I was probably watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Go on.
Can you tell us why we shouldn't trust the media?
Well, I feel like, no. I want you to tell me why we shouldn't trust the media.
I think it's all like fake. We shouldn't trust what's going on.
I'll come in a little bit. My cable's a bit short. Sorry. So why shouldn't we trust the media? Why shouldn't we trust the media?
Because it's fake and it's not what goes on in the real world. Because they're lucky.
Oh yeah. All right. So, what in the last few years, what do you think the media has been lying about the most? Everything, that's a damn good answer. What about you, Zelda? Everything too? Alright, so what do you think they were telling us about COVID?
They were telling us get the vaccine and stay indoors and stuff.
And what do you think about that? Sorry, Zelda, what do you think they've been telling us?
I believe in COVID.
So you believe in the COVID? Yeah, okay. What about you, Anya?
Yeah, I believe in COVID, but...
Okay, alright, so this is where it gets... Come in a little bit. Alright, so... Should we turn the music off, do you reckon? Yeah. It's on there. So you think... You're sure that the media is lying to us?
Yeah, well, about a lot of things.
Okay, so, but you believe that COVID is very scary?
Well, it was like more scary before, but it's gotten a lot less scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think changed about COVID to make it less scary?
Well, people stopped like worrying about it, and like everyone got it, and like they just thought like they didn't really care anymore, so they just went outside. Yeah.
So COVID got better because people stopped worrying about it so much?
Yeah, they just like went outside and stopped wearing masks. And, like, yeah. Everyone already broke the rules from Dan Andrews, so why not just break them?
Okay, so help me understand this. So the media lies to us, but they were telling the truth about COVID.
Well, not always. Like some things are fake, some things are true. Yeah, I like Dan Andrews.
You like Dan Andrews?
love him.
You love him?
Yeah.
Okay. And why is that?
Because he's the best premier.
Why is that?
Because he tells the truth and he's honest and he's a nice dad. He's a good person.
Okay, so the media, would you say the media were on Dan Andrews' side?
I don't know. No, a lot of the media wasn't on his side. Some people were, but a lot of people were because they didn't trust him and they didn't really care about him. Yeah.
Okay, alright. I think we're getting to the bottom of it here, so I would encourage you to carry the critical thinking forwards and maybe try and connect the dots about how COVID was real, but the reason we got out of it was because we stopped caring.
Yeah.
Because if it was real, we should care about it.
Yeah.
Alright. You girls have been awesome. You're very, very brave to get up here and have a chat to me, at 13 especially, so I see bright futures for you too, so can I have a high five?
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Anya and Zelda! Yeah, baby! Alright, good on you girls, all the best. Alright, what about you, brother? Is there anything you'd like to talk about the TV? Do you trust the TV? Hey? TV, the television. Yeah, do you trust the television? Does anybody here trust the TV? Does anybody here think the TV is telling you the truth? What do you reckon? You reckon we got enough? Yeah. Alright, one last message. So my name is Steve. I'm here today with my friend Tim, my friend Trina, my friend Lee, and Ty, and Tommy Lee. Snuck in a sneaky self-reference there, didn't you, Dad? But I'm here today to apologise to anyone who went with the government, went with the media, went with the TV, and maybe feels a little bit bad about it. But I'm here to apologise to anyone. Anyone who I have attacked unfairly and treated differently, I apologise. And I hope you can forgive me for treating you as if you were different to me. Whether or not you went with the media, the TV, whether or not you went with the government, you are still human, you are still my brothers and sisters, and I love you. And together, that love is going to keep us going. So I encourage you, give your friends a hug, give your family a hug, give them a big kiss from me, and maybe turn the TV off. If you don't fully trust it, maybe turn it off and see how much better your life gets. But God bless us all. Simulation bless us all. Whoever's in charge up there, please bless us all and look after us and carry humanity forward, because I see this as the chance for humanity to finally be freer than we have ever been before. And I think our future is going to be brighter than ever before. Thank you. Steve Booth. Yeah, so Booth.
Very famous man.
In what way? Cherie Booth?
Army.
Okay.
There was another Booth. Salvation Army?
Frank Booth.
Yeah, Booth.
Cherie Booth was,
another
I
Booth.
think, was Tony Blair's wife.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue about the division. What was this division you felt was killing?
Well, the big one, first off, was people who didn't wear masks.
Oh, okay.
So that was the first big division, I think. there was a rift forming, so I didn't want to wear a mask. I'd done a lot of research, and people malign that, you know, they say you did your research, you know, but I did a lot of research. I was unemployed because I lost my job. I was a disability support worker because of the lockdowns, so I had a lot of time on my hands, and I looked at the numbers. I looked at, you know, the age group of the people who are most at risk of catching COVID and being severely affected by it. And I think when the mask mandate came in, 83 years old was the risk category, the life expectancy for someone with
My
COVID.
generation.
Like your generation. No, how old are you?
I'm a baby boomer.
Baby boomers.
We do have a lot of information there that's actually...
Wait. All right, so, yeah, I looked at the risk
so
profile.
it was an
I didn't want to wear a mask.
It was an unnecessary.
Yeah,
imposing
exactly.
one.
If they were imposing a blanket rule, an unnecessary rule.
Has there been any other events that have caused you to respond in this way? Has there been any other issue where you felt that you were being imposed upon?
Oh, look, unearned authority is an imposition.
That's right. Reason does not require the sanction of authority. Reason itself is the basis of authority.
Can we film you? This is awesome. Can we film you? Step back, Trina. What was your name again? David. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, this is awesome. All right.
Where are you from, David? Tell us a rundown of yourself.
That's okay. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. All right. So, yeah, unearned authority is an imposition, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, so authority was imposing upon you something that you felt was unnecessary.
Well, yeah, like you know, the school system itself is pretty imposing on a young person. You know,
Primary, secondary school.
all of it. You know.
And what was your experience? Was it a positive experience?
I had a good experience through school, but you know, I've always been a bit of a contrarian.
What sort of school did you go to?
A state school.
Okay, so there's nothing special.
Nothing special about it, no. And you know, I had a teacher who physically assaulted me. Yeah, and
Was this reported?
it wasn't reported, no. So I had a broken toe at the time, and he stood on it on purpose when I was in line because I was being a bit cheeky. Anyway, look, so getting back to why I'm here today. So I've always been a bit of a contrarian. I've always been suspicious of unearned authority, and had a bit of there's a barrier between me and unearned authority, or maybe even authority in general. But I wanted to be a policeman when I was younger. I did. I was studying to be a primary school teacher when COVID came about, and yeah, like I said, I did my research, and I thought, as a free man, I thought I was free. It's my freedom.
You are free to believe.
True. Yeah, true. And we're not. You know, no, we're not. So, as a free man, yeah, I do. As a free man, I thought it was my
How would you know?
my God-given
How would
right.
you know if you were free?
How would I know if I was
How would
free?
you know that you were
Feel it.
Well, I would have the respect of my community, maybe.
That's a bit different.
Well, it's not. You know, like you know, right now there's a division in society between the people who are following the media narrative and the people who aren't, and there's a lot of mistrust in the community. We used to be a very close society, and we're very fragmented right now.
Oh no. If anything, my experience of life has taught me that things are so much the same, it's scary.
Well, that's anecdotal, though, isn't it?
Not really. When you think
Well,
about
your experience isn't the experience
the
of-
controversies of the last century equal to the controversies of this century.
But shouldn't we be getting less?
I don't think you can have tranquility with our species.
This is true,
Yeah,
and that's why I'm out here today. It's I used to have a lot of hate towards people who went along with the government narrative.
Hate's a very destructive emotion.
It is, yeah,
You find that people project it away from themselves onto something else.
100%. And then they think they're the better one and they're the lesser one, you know. And if you don't have the right facts and you feel like everyone, it just leads to division. Exactly right. It burns you up.
There's a saying that says that hatred kills the young.
There you go. Yeah. You're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Yeah.
It's a very destructive emotion.
100%.
Yeah, love can't kill you, but hatred will.
There you go.
Yeah, hatred, it's just so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So how are you feeling? You alright today?
Look, I'm nervous. I've done a lot of public speaking, but this is a bit different. I've never tried this before. This is the first time.
You never felt like running for office or anything?
I don't know what capacity that would be in. I'd rather just, be respected by my community, Yeah.
Well, you don't need their respect.
You don't need it, but, if they respect what you're about, that's a pretty good feeling.
Oh, your position,
Anything, just respect me as a person, If you think that, I'm a nice person and you respect me, then that's nice.
Don't worry about what they think.
I'm not worried about it, but like you said, do you want to run for office? No, I'd just rather be a member of my community. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel that you're a member of the community now?
I didn't know this guy until 2 years ago. Through protesting, I met Tim. Through protesting, I met Trina. Through protesting, I met Lee today, and we share the same last name. And I've never met him before, and he came along today to support me. So I think there's something in that. So I've got a lot of friends who respect me.
So you've flocked together.
We found each other. I don't know if we
vaccinated?
flocked. Sorry.
Were you vaccinated?
See, that's a very personal question, and I will answer it. Of course it is.
Oh.
It's my medical history. Have you ever had syphilis? Do you know what I mean?
No, no, I haven't.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I haven't been vaccinated. No.
You haven't. How did you get out of it?
I used $50,000 of my savings. Luckily, my wife is working in an industry where she married. Yeah, 2 kids. And actually, I have to go. It is. Yeah. So we used a lot of our savings. Luckily, my wife was in a role that wasn't mandated. She worked from home.
So she wasn't vaccinated either?
No. Again, that's a very personal question, but I'll answer it for this conversation. No, she wasn't. No. Our kids haven't been. I've had all my other vaccines. This one, I don't trust a vaccine that was rolled out in less than 12 months.
We don't feel it's a vaccine. It's not an attenuated virus.
So I've had all my other vaccines. My kids have had all their other vaccines, but they won't have this one, and I won't either. So yeah, and we're very worried. The protest that I tried to start today, and it has been started. 1 person, 2 person, 3 people. Having a conversation with you has been really good. I think it was called Victims of the Vax, which is I can't believe Facebook allowed me to call the event Victims of the Vax. So there's an Instagram page that I follow called Jab Injuries Australia. It's got 120,000 followers on Instagram, and they're neutral politically. They're neutral COVID. They just share stories about people who have been negatively impacted by taking the vaccine.
Have there been other issues in your life that you felt discriminated against?
War. Yeah, so...
Any particular war?
Well, the Iraq War. Luckily, I didn't get in the army. I tried to get in the army. I would have been a conscientious objector, and I would not have gone over there to fight that war. So, luckily, I failed my hearing test, which is why my voice is very loud. So yeah.
What did you do in response to the Iraq war?
What did I do?
Apart from disagree.
I didn't agree with it, and that's all that I'm here today. Like, you don't need to do anything. You just don't agree. That's all you have to do. If you don't agree with the TV, then that's job done. So yeah. And look, nothing called me before this.
Calling?
Yeah, it was a calling, 100%. Yeah. When I first started, I came by myself and I stood on that corner there with a megaphone and my Australian flag. It was in July 2020 when the mask mandate came in. I stood on that corner and I spoke. I was very nervous. I got attacked physically. The police laughed at me when I tried to report it. Yeah, it's all on camera. And that was my calling, to stand up. I wanted to be the first person in Victoria to get a fine for not wearing a mask.
And the person who attacked you, what age group was he?
He was maybe 25.
Okay.
Yeah. He just got out of prison.
Did he?
Yeah, apparently...
How did you know that?
Because he told me. Yeah, the police were... The law system was letting people out because of COVID. They were bringing prisoners out of prison.
Okay, so he was out on parole.
I don't know what he was out on, bail.
But he wasn't happy that day.
He first off tried to get into a discussion. Once I started giving my side of the story, he got very aggressive. And that's been my experience with a lot of people. And it's been my experience personally with a lot of people who have tried to defend the vaccines, tried to defend the masks, tried to defend the government. I felt so passionately about it that I got angry, and that's what I'm here today. I've moved on from that. You know, I'm trying to move on. I slip up, you know, we're all human, but yeah.
So it's all about hearts and minds in this business.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a really hard sell, you know, out here in Brisbane. It's not that easy to sell anything.
No. Well, we're also, you know, we're apparently Sebastian Junger in his book Tribe, he said we're built to have a tribe of about 150 people mentally. That's about the amount of people we can carry in our brains to have a community with. So a lot of people here from different countries, from different towns, you know, so we're naturally wary of each other when we're in this situation, you know.
Yeah, but we have the advantage of realising that the other person's not going to attack us.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So you think you won't be attacked here today?
They're not afraid. They're not afraid even though they're surrounded by strangers.
I think they're afraid.
This is a very different experience to say a hunter-gatherer person who would meet a person that they didn't know from their own tribe.
Well, you know, maybe
meeting strangers in Stone Age society is very dangerous.
Look, it's dangerous now. Well, what's the crime statistics, you know?
Well, we have law. In the past, we didn't have law that could be enforced.
We did. We had eye for an eye.
There was no way of enforcing it.
Of course there was.
How?
Because there was a lot less people coming together a lot less often. So we knew each other's faces. We knew what tribes you were from. And so if you did anything, of course.
How would you know this?
We're arguing about hypotheticals from thousands of years ago, so I couldn't tell you.
We're talking about our species.
Yeah.
We grew up.
We're not built to live like this.
We evolved.
We're not built to live up. We're built to live out.
You also devolved too.
We evolved as a species in an environment where there was no law, no way of enforcing it.
You had natural law.
Well, you might have had a relationship with your next of kin or with your tribe.
That's law. I would rather my family and my friends support me in my search for justice than a faceless bureaucracy that doesn't care about me as an individual.
No, they don't care about you.
Of course not. Look what they've done to us. Do you know how many times I've been arrested for protesting peacefully and violently assaulted by the
What was
police?
the charge?
No charges.
So were you fined?
I was fined, and the fines have now been thrown out. So I was attacked for fines that don't exist anymore.
What was the fine for?
For coming out during lockdown, for not wearing a mask.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It's easy.
Yeah, so the law system, you know, I ended up going to prison. Yeah, so over time I was a peaceful protester, and then as I got attacked more and more and the lockdowns got longer and longer, I became more aggressive in my approach. I never attacked anyone, but when police attacked me, I reacted more aggressively, never swung punches, you know, but perhaps resisted arrest. And I ended up, when I lost my third job, I've got 2 young kids, when I lost my third job, I had a few beers, and and I ended up shooting up Daniel Andrews' office with a slingshot and ball bearings. When I lost my third job, yeah. So I ended up going to prison.
Office on
in Mulgrave.
On Princess Highway.
Yeah, so it was 10 minutes from my house. Okay. So I had a few beers.
Wasn't there... I happened to go past his office, and the glass was damaged. But it was you.
It might have been. A few people did it. I know some people threw bricks through the windows.
Well, yeah, I think...
Yeah, mine was little holes. It looked like bullet holes because it was ball bearings with a slingshot.
And they caught you.
Someone... Counter-terrorism came and got me 10 days later. I'd been 10 days sober at that stage because I realised I shouldn't be drinking.
With the evidence that was...
I admit it. I'm a truth teller. You know, if I feel it's true, I tell
How
them.
did they find you?
Someone told them.
Oh, okay.
I told a lot of people.
You got dobbed in?
Apparently. But who knows, with the surveillance system they have, you know, I was online very actively, I was on the phone, you know, they could have got me. They could have had me on the recording somewhere.
So it was sort of David and Goliath.
It was.
You had your slingshot.
But I didn't take down the giant, I went to prison.
Goliath.
Oh, it's prison. So what they were doing,
You were incarcerated.
for shooting a window at 12 o'clock at night with no one around,
17 days.
17 days, and the police tried to keep me in.
And what sort of incarceration was it? Where
I
did
was
they
at
put you?
Metropolitan Remand Centre in Ravenhall,
With Raven.
maximum security, just outside the city. Where's it near?
Leon.
Clifton Hill.
Clifton Hills is good.
You feel very strongly about this.
I do. Yeah. Because I was studying to be a primary school teacher, and I was seeing on my street a lot of the kids were being impacted very badly by the lockdowns. And I
And
was,
you felt perfectly justified when you were shooting bearings at the Premier's office?
well, look, I think you cannot argue that he has not led to mass human suffering through his use of the police against the people and the media and the restrictions. I think a lot of people suffered during the lockdowns. Would you agree?
I think you bestowed upon Daniel Andrews more than what he's really capable of
He
doing.
was the state premier, you know.
Yeah, but it's almost as if a single individual is running the state.
Well, it's not, but he's the figurehead, you know. It's a very big target when he's on press conferences all day, every day. You know what I mean?
He's a figurehead.
Yeah.
But if the figurehead was a puppet, he wouldn't.
He's a puppet, 100%
He wouldn't
he is.
shoot ball bearings at a puppet.
Look,
Because it's just a puppet with strings.
well,
Yeah,
he's a puppet with strings who
don't shoot
also
at the
has.
puppets.
No, look, I agree on that. I don't think you shoot at anyone, you know, and that's why I'm here today. You know, when I got out of prison, I realised that's not the right way to go about it, and I realised the next day. You know, I stopped drinking the next day because I realised I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't been drinking. It's not the right thing to do, especially with young people at home, young children at home.
Wasn't the other Booth an assassin?
John Wilkes Booth, was it? Who shot Lincoln?
Yeah, that's the
it
other
might
Booth.
be. Yeah, it might
it was
be.
Booth, the Salvation Army guy, and Booth, the assassin guy. They're the only two Booths I've ever read.
Yeah, well, I
about.
didn't take a shot at him whilst he was there. But so what they were doing was,
I hope you don't go around shooting ball bearings.
no, I'm done. But,
You're done on that.
I'm done.
You're done.
I'm here with love and peace and compassion and asking for forgiveness and offering forgiveness, offering, you know, unattached forgiveness. You know, if you feel like maybe you got a little bit, you know, taken down the wrong path by the TV or the media or the government, then you know, if you feel a bit bad about it, I completely offer forgiveness for my side of it.
You got to know what you're up against.
You do.
You know, you're looking at a species that has developed in an environment very different to the one you currently experience. So it's not surprising that we've developed traits that work against us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agree.
we're parochial, we're xenophobic, and we're tribal.
Yeah, probably on a DNA level.
These were very
Yeah.
valuable traits
Yeah, exactly right.
in a period when we were running
Small
around
tribes.
with spears.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because meeting strangers is dangerous. Anyone
right.
who would walk out and say, hello, how are you, would probably end up dead.
That's right.
It's like when little kids become extremely distressed when they become adults, you know, when they're not in the company of their parents.
Yep.
Yeah, little kids, you know, any small animal out in the wild, separated from its parent, ends up being someone's lunch.
There you go.
Yeah, so no wonder when you see little kids distressed, it's instinctive for them to seek out their parent.
Yep.
Yeah, you're most
Yep.
vulnerable out in the wild when you're young and when you were very old.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, you become
completely.
thinner.
Yep.
No, I hope you had some sort of impact.
I think me and you today, you
You're
know.
very frank about the things that you've done.
Well, you have to be, you know. The only way out of this is telling the truth. If we're being lied to, then the only answer is, you know, take away religion. I'm spiritual, I'm not really
Those people
religious.
up there. Yeah, they're
The
setting up
truth
shop.
will set you free.
That religious outfit there,
Yeah.
they're an interesting bunch.
Yeah.
They become quite vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they have the gentleman who was here last Saturday, you'll get some good footage. Yeah, he's fire and brimstone.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's not going to work. You know, a lot of the reason why we rebelled against Christianity and religion was because of the dogma. You know, there was no room for interpretation and individual opinion. You had to go with what the church said, or you were excommunicated.
Oh, right,
you know?
okay, right. Listen, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, faith and reason have nothing to do with each other.
There you go. But you know, I think my faith is that there's more people in my life who have been good than bad. So I'm hopeful and I have faith that humanity will get through this. And I truly believe we're dealing with many technological advancements that are completely alien to the human experience. The connection we have.
We have employed laws of physics in such a way that is unfamiliar to us.
The car, the plane, you know, phones, you know, the internet, sexual reproductive suppressants. So,
In what way?
well, you know, the pill. You know,
Okay, contraception.
yeah, we've never had that in our, you know,
Okay,
abstinence.
what about
was-
this for being confronted? Before you and your wife had your children, did you submit your DNA to have it assessed to see what the outcome would be to rejoin? Now, are you aware that this can be done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you consider, well, I suppose you're getting a bit old now, would you have considered it though?
No, we're trying for our third baby now, and
Right.
yeah, I wouldn't have done that. No. Yeah, but I do have to go. I'm really thankful that you stopped and had a conversation. I'm really, really honoured to have this with you, and I'm really thankful that you let us record it because this is powerful. Is there anything you want to say before we sort of sign off? Or?
No, I don't give you
We don't know much about him.
footage.
Okay.
I don't give you permission to keep this footage.
Yeah.
I'm not to see it.
All good. What was your name again, Andrew?
David.
Sorry, David.
David, would you like a flyer?
No, I've read this one.
I have. It's not my flyer. Someone gave it to me today. Well, can I just say something?
Yeah, push them.
Our position is, I was studying osteo before this, or before COVID happened. And while COVID happened, I deferred because I could see where the path of where we were headed. And I was able to preempt it all and say it to people. And I saw every time I'd say something, and then I began to see the way the media would present ideas. They'd preempt the ideas and say, look, conspiracy theorists are saying this. And then so the topics were introduced as conspiracy theorists, but the blame was attributed to us. So this would
I just want to leave you with, have you ever heard of a gentleman called Stanley Milgram?
No.
Have you ever been aware of the experiments that he conducted back in the early 60s to find out why it was that people behaved so badly during the Second World War towards other human beings?
No.
And he set up an experiment where he misled people into believing that he was electrocuted, that they were
Oh yeah, I do know that experiment.
Okay, right, Stanley Milgram. About 2/3 of the people who participated in that experiment administered the lethal dose. That's because we are obedient to authority.
And
That's the problem.
I agree. And
We're obedient to authority even when it overrides our own sense of ethics.
Well, a lot of people are. I wouldn't include myself in that.
How would you know that you would?
Because continually through my life, and I've been punished for it since I was a young boy. I had a mum who's a teacher, and we used to get abused at school by the principal, and I stood up to it, and they expelled me from school. But they let me back in because I was academically gifted, even though I was a bit of a rouser there. So they needed me at the school.
So you feel that your life experience proves to you that you would be able to resist authority?
Depends on the extent of it. You know, there's a sliding...
If someone said to you, you like to kill this person, you would refuse.
Yeah. And I've
Have
done...
you ever been brave? Tell me about that experience.
I told Steve about it last night when I stopped a hold-up happening.
Okay, you
And had
intervened.
gunpoint me. Yeah. And had
And at the time of when you were
had knives held to me. I've had...
at the time of the hold-up.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid.
Like,
So long as you stand by me. So darling, don't stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
that was awesome. That was awesome. Very nervous. And sometimes when you're nervous, that's when the good stuff comes out. No fear. Just do the walking lads, baby.